Alright guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the Gigabyte Aorus Ultra Gaming, which may be the most badass sounding motherboard that I've ever come across. This was actually sent to us by KitGuru, so massive thanks to you guys for sending this out. I hope you like what we're doing here. But without further ado, let's jump inside the box and take a look. Jay, bring that camera in here, let's do this. That out here, and we'll try again. Right, well let's try that for the first time, again, for the first time. Check out that bad boy. And straight out of the box, this thing looks great. So let's see what else we've got in here. So obviously we've got the board. I'd be quite disappointed, to be honest, if that wasn't in there. We'll get to that in a second. Let's take a look at what else we get in the box. So this actually comes with 4 SATA cables, which is great. They got the IO shield, which actually looks like it's pretty decent quality for a change, so hopefully I'm not going to cut myself on that. We've also got a G connector, which is actually the greatest thing that has ever been invented. You basically just put all your front IO stuff into the right slots, and then you just plug it all in one go. Genius. You got the drivers, and we have got the installation guide and all that boring stuff. But we don't need that because we're a professional channel. So I mean, visually, this board looks absolutely fantastic. I really like the stealthy black look. Before we start, let's get a bit freaky. Let's pull this plastic off. It's always the best bit of getting something new. Oh, this is the most unsatisfying thing I've ever peeled off in my life. That may have literally been the most unsatisfying plastic I've ever peeled in my life. So, not good, Gigabyte, not good. All right, so let's take a look at the board. So in terms of connectivity, you have the classic, the 4 DIMM slots, which is more than enough for gaming, and this board is definitely aimed at gamers, hence the name. You have 3 PCI Express slots, you have 2 M.2 drive slots, which is great because M.2 drives are the future, and if you don't already have one, like what year are you living in? Even Jay has an M.2 drive, and that's embarrassing if he's got one and you don't. Other than that, you have a USB 3.1 header and a USB 3 header. You have 2 USB 2s. Other connections, you got 4 SATA connections here in the horizontal position and 2 in the vertical, so you can have up to 6 connections there. So this thing has 6 fan headers and 6 temperature sensors. Keep all your temperatures cool, stop everything overheating, which if you're into overclocking may well be a massive benefit for you guys because you can just keep your temperatures down, keep your power up, you know how it is. Obviously you got the heat spreaders. Some people might not like them. I personally think they're great. I think they're quite understated. The matte black look, in my opinion, looks pretty bang up, so well done on that, Gigabyte. Now in terms of RGB, your DIMM slots are lit up with RGB, your PCI Express slots are lit up with RGB. You got this fancy little engraved thing down the side which lights up with your RGB as well, and you've also got one here. So this thing gets super bright when you've got everything going. Any color you want. If you love that whole color changing thing, be my guest. You won't be seeing that on my computer, but if that's your thing, go crazy. Next up, got that audio. The audio game on this board is actually pretty strong. They've really gone above and beyond on this. It's supposed to be up to 126 decibels through their onboard headphone amp. You got some really good quality components in here. And on the back, on the IO rather, we have 2 DAC up USB ports, which basically adjust the voltage to stop any noise. So you should get nice, clean audio. You got USB 3, both A and C at the bottom, 2 more USB 3s and a HDMI slot. You do have VGA, I'm not sure who's using VGA anymore. It's 2017, get with it. Obviously we've got the gigabit Ethernet, and we have 2 USB 2 ports and your standard audio over here. So that about wraps up the overview of the board. I've got a few more components on the way. As soon as they arrive, I'm gonna put this bad boy together. So tune in next time when we put this thing through its paces and see what it's really made of. Thanks again to KitGuru for sending this board out. We'll make sure that you guys get the proper review that you deserve next time. Peace out.